Um, 2 weeks back, I was in Chennai and it was morning time and I was just getting ready for the day and got this call from Pastor and I was wondering why is Pastor calling me in the morning, and he said, to speak on this, and I was like, well, I wasn't expecting it early in the morning to speak on, at church, especially I haven't spoken in church before, mostly smaller settings, so I was a little hesitant. So he said, think about it and get back to me. So he gave me a couple of days and I thought about it and I said, okay, if you want me to do it, I'll speak. So that's how I'm here. And I also said, I'll take whatever verse you. And finally, we have the followers of Jesus Christ. We have people like, John the Apostle. We have Mary, the mother of Jesus. We have Mary Magdalene. And we also have Mary, the wife of Cleopas, that we see recorded in Scripture. So we have followers of Jesus Christ, and in some sense, if we expand that, it's the Church of Jesus Christ that will include all of us. So, just want to briefly look at these three groups of people and how this applies to us and what we can learn from that. First, let's look at the Romans. So here we are. Jesus is on the cross, and he remembers that. And remember, this is the 5th verse. He only speaks 7 verses. This is the 5th verse. So he's literally minutes or seconds away before he's going to read this last. And he remembers there's a verse in the Old Testament that he needs to fulfill. And so he says, I'm thirsty. And guess what? The Roman soldiers go and find out the sour wine and they offer it to Jesus. Exactly as it was prophesied in Psalms. Friends, I found this very encouraging, knowing that God is in supreme control of all world events, and He will make everything happen per His will. Those guys would have given him water. Normally if you're thirsty, we give water, but they actually give him sour wine exactly as it was prophesied in the Old Testament. And there's also another place where they actually give him gall, which is basically a bitter drink. Just as he came to the, after he came to the cross, before they crucified him, they gave him gall. And even that is prophesied in Psalms 69. So we see that here, God is using the military power, the political power, those in authority to actually fulfill all that He has planned for His church and for His people. It might look on the outside that the Romans were in control, but it was really not. Everything from the crucifixion, everything coming on the cold, everything was prophesied, and they were happening exactly as how God meant it to be. So that's the first verse, and so that's an encouragement to us. It doesn't matter how things happen today in your life, in your in your work, in our country, in the world, wherever it is, everything is happening per God's sovereign will. Then we read this Psalm, Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is like a stream of water in the hands of the Lord, and He will turn it wherever He wills. Friends, we don't have to be discouraged. Doesn't matter who's in authority in your life, maybe in your work, maybe in your neighborhood. God is still sovereign over all, and He will do things according to His will. So that's the first group. The second group of people that I would like to place before you are the religious establishment. Now, these are the people, from the traditional Judaism who believe the Torah and the law and the prophets, and these people were supposed to be the religious group. I find it very fascinating that these were the people who were looking for the Messiah. These are the people who knew the Scriptures. These are the people who knew the prophecies. And Jesus is fulfilling prophecy after prophecy. He is literally the fulfillment of all the prophecies in the Old Testament about the Messiah. And right before their very eyes, they are letting it pass. Everything about His birth, His virgin birth, being sold for 30 pieces of silver, coming on a donkey, being crucified, everything was foretold. Everything was foretold. And coming from, Jesus coming out of Bethlehem, everything was foretold to the finest detail. And here is the religious group, sticking to the laws, sticking to the traditions, and missing the real Jesus. I think this is a wake-up call for the church today, because, the central theme of Christianity is salvation through Jesus Christ. God has given us other things like traditions and other things to follow, and those are all very good. But the central theme is a personal relationship with Jesus that we can get by coming to the cross and having our sins forgiven. So I think it's a wake-up call for the church. Yes, traditions are good. We have all the traditions, church traditions, family traditions, Christian traditions, we might go to a Christian school, Christian name. We might be involved in all the Christian activities. But let's not miss like the Pharisees and the religious establishment where Jesus is fulfilling all the prophecies and they are missing it. Let's make sure that we find the Christ and not let not the traditions take us away from Christ. And finally, the third point is the followers of Jesus Christ. What do we learn from the followers? What do we learn for us personally as followers of Jesus Christ? When Jesus is saying, "I am thirsty," and he actually asks for a drink, and they give him a drink, exactly fulfilling the scripture. It's very encouraging for me when I read this because, if I would ask you what is the weakest moment in a person's life, literally what is the weakest moment in a person's life, I think you'd all have, maybe you would say they are sick or some other time when we are sick. But if you really think about the weakest moment, it's probably the moment you're going to die. It's like in our deathbed. That's the weakest moment. And here is Jesus on the cross, seconds away from passing away, and he remembers his promise. He remembers the prophecy. He remembers the word that needs to be fulfilled. And to the minutest detail, he fulfills that. That's so encouraging for the church today. All that God has promised for us, for His church, for His people, to the minutest detail, God will fulfill. If the God that we worship can fulfill the smallest prophecy about Him, literally there's just one line of verse in Psalms, the prophecy about Jesus having the drink, and Jesus fulfills that promise. If that's how powerful Jesus is on His deathbed, just seconds before dying, how much more powerful is He today that He is seated on the throne and He is going to fulfill all the promises that He has made for His church, for His people, for each and one of you. Maybe it's for you, maybe it's for your family, maybe it's for something that you've been praying about. Everything that you've been praying about, God will answer and He will bring it to pass. It might be His way, but He will fulfill His promise. Let's not forget that we have a God who is a promise keeper. We have a God who created the whole universe. We have a God who gave up everything to come and die for us on the cross because He loved us so much. We have a God who writes history. Literally, He wrote every portion of history and He has the world events in His hand. There is nothing for us to fear. Just rest upon His promises. Just rest upon His sovereignty, knowing that He knows what He's doing. Let's make sure that that is our focus. Let's not be worried about what's going on in this world. There are world events and national events and other things that discourage us. But let's know whom we worship. We worship a living God, who is the God, sovereign God of the universe, and He is in total control. With those words, I just want to close with reading a portion of scripture I think that will encourage you. Was encouraged when I read it. This is coming from Colossians chapter 1, verses 15 through 20. The preeminence of Christ. He is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of all creation. For by Him all things were created, in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or dominions or rulers or authority. All things were created through Him and for Him. He is before all things, and in Him all things hold together. He is the head of the body, the church. He is the beginning, the firstborn from the dead, that in everything He might be preeminent. For in Him all the fullness of God was pleased to dwell, and through Him to reconcile to Himself all things, whether on earth or in heaven, making peace by the blood of His cross. Let's pray. Lord, we thank You for this afternoon and come to Your presence to meditate on the words that You spoke to us from the cross. Thank You for every portion of scripture that's recorded, Lord. They are recorded for us, Your church, Your people. Pray that You would, even as we meditate on Your words, and that we would go away encouraged, Lord, knowing that You are a promise keeper. Right from the beginning You have been a promise keeper, and You will fulfill all